What's up? It is your girl, Pastor Courage Molina of Bold Faith Community Church. Welcome to Mornings in the Word. Today is day 69. We are going to be finishing up Numbers chapters 35 and 36. Sound a little rough this morning? Okay, let's get into it. Chapter 35, reading in the New Living Translation. Again, this is just, an opportunity for us to get in the Word every day, just daily Bible reading. I pray and encourage you. I pray that you are continuing to read and study, and I'm encouraging you to go beyond just this Bible reading. Maybe find a verse that really speaks to you during this Bible reading and use the bold method to go deeper and get instruction for your day from the Word of God, not just the reading of the Bible. Do you know what I mean? All right, chapter 35, towns for the Levites. While Israel was camped beside the Jordan on the plains of Moab across from Jericho, the Lord said to Moses, "Command the people of Israel to give to the Levites from their property certain towns to live in, along with surrounding pasture lands. These towns will be for the Levites to live in, and the surrounding lands will provide pasture for their cattle, flocks, and other livestock. The pasture land assigned to the Levites around these towns will extend 1,500 feet from the town walls in every direction. Measure off 3,000 feet outside the town walls in every direction, east, south, west, north, with the town at the center. This area will serve as the larger pasture land for the towns. 6 of the towns you give the Levites will be cities of refuge where a person who has accidentally killed someone can flee for safety. In addition, give them 42 other towns. In all, 48 towns with the surrounding pasture land will be given to the Levites. These towns will come from the property of the people of Israel. The larger tribes will give more towns to the Levites, while the smaller tribes will give fewer. Each tribe will give property in proportion to the size of its land." Now we're going to talk about the cities of refuge. The Lord said to Moses, "Give the following instructions to the people of Israel. When you cross the Jordan into the land of Canaan, designate the cities of refuge to which people can flee if they have killed someone accidentally. These cities will be places of protection from a dead person's relatives who want to avenge the death. The slayer must not be put to death before being tried by the community. Designate 6 cities of refuge for yourselves, 3 on the east side of the Jordan River and 3 on the west side in the land of Canaan. These cities are for the protection of Israelites, foreigners living among you, and traveling merchants. Anyone who accidentally kills someone may flee there for safety. But if someone strikes and kills another person with a piece of iron, it is murder, and the murderer must be executed. Or if someone with a stone in his hand strikes and kills another person, it is murder, and the murderer must be put to death. Or if someone strikes and kills another person with a wooden object, it is murder, and the murderer must be put to death. The victim's nearest relative is responsible for putting the murderer to death. Wow. When they meet, the avenger must put the murderer to death. So if someone hates another person and waits in ambush, then pushes him or throws something at him and he dies, it is murder. Or if someone hates another person and hits him with a fist and he dies, it is murder. In such cases, the avenger must put the murderer to death when they meet. But suppose someone pushes another person without having shown previous hostility, or throws something that unintentionally hits another person, or accidentally drops a huge stone on someone, though they were not enemies, and the person dies. If this should happen, the community must follow these regulations in making a judgment between the slayer and the avenger, the victim's nearest relative. The community must protect the slayer from the avenger, which is the nearest relative, right? And must escort the slayer back to live in the city of refuge to which he fled. There he must remain until the death of the high priest who was anointed with the sacred oil. But if the slayer ever leaves the limits of the city of refuge and the avenger finds him outside the city and kills him, it will not be considered murder. The slayer should have stayed inside the city of refuge until the death of the high priest. But after the death of the high priest, the slayer may return to his own property. These are legal requirements for you to observe from generation to generation, excuse me, wherever you may live. All murderers must be put to death, but only if evidence is presented by more than one witness. No one may be put to death on the testimony of only one witness. Also, you must never accept a ransom payment for the life of someone judged guilty of murder and subject to execution. Murderers must always be put to death, and never accept a ransom payment from someone who has fled to a city of refuge, allowing a slayer to return to his property before the death of the high priest. This will ensure that the land where you live will not be polluted, for murder pollutes the land, and no sacrifice except the execution of the murderer can purify the land from murder. You must not defile the land where you live, for I live there myself. I am the Lord who lives among the people of Israel. That seems like a lot to me. Waiting for the death of the high priest for them to be able to come back. I wonder, I'm curious. I wonder about what happens what happens to their land? Like, who takes care of their family? They live in this city of refuge. Are they able to, I mean, I guess maybe they're able to work there or trade there or something. I just wonder, like, what happens to their family? Especially since we're talking like accidental murder, not like intentional murder or accidental killing. It also puts me in the mind of New Testament because it keeps talking about you must have two witnesses. It explains why they were always paying people to lie about the people of God. They were paying people or encouraging people to be false witnesses because it required more than one witness, right? Chapter 36. This is about women who inherit property. Then the heads of the clans of Gilead, descendants of Machir, son of Manasseh, son of Joseph, came to Moses and the family leaders of Israel with a petition. They said, Sir, the Lord instructed you to divide the land by sacred lot among the people of Israel. You were told by the Lord to give the grant of land owned by our brother Zelophehad to his daughters. But if they marry men from another tribe, their grants of land will go with them to the tribe into which they marry. In this way, the total area of our tribal land will be reduced. Then when the year of Jubilee comes, their portion of land will be added to that of the new tribe, causing it to be lost forever to our ancestral tribe. So Moses gave the Israelites this command from the Lord. The claim of the men of the tribe of Joseph is legitimate. This is what the Lord commands concerning the daughters of Zelophehad. Let them marry anyone they like as long as it is within their own tribe, ancestral tribe. None of the territorial land may pass from tribe to tribe, for all the land given to each tribe must remain within the tribe to which it was first allotted. The daughters throughout the tribe of Israel who are in line to inherit property must marry within their tribe, so that all the Israelites will keep their ancestral property. No grant of land may pass from one tribe to another. Each tribe of Israel must keep its allotted portion of land. The daughters of Zelophehad did as the Lord commanded Moses. Mahalal, Tirsah, Hagla, Milcah, and Noah all married cousins on their father's side. They married into the clans of Manasseh, son of Joseph. Thus, their inheritance of land remained within their ancestral tribe. These are the commands and regulations that the Lord gave to the people of Israel through Moses while they were camped on the plains of Moab beside the Jordan River across from Jericho. Amen. That's it. I know it's super short today. Just thinking about the women with property and the instruction for them not to marry outside their tribe. It just made me think of how people are always like, see, the Lord said we're supposed to stay with our own kind, especially for people who don't believe in interracial relationships, which is obviously not me. My last name is Molina. I am African-American and my husband is Puerto Rican. But it makes me think of that. And it's so important for us not to take things out of context. So yes, it said that they're not to marry anyone outside their ancestral tribe, but there was a reason given for it. And that reason wasn't because God has a problem with them marrying, into another tribe. That wasn't it. The same is also true when you look at them marrying other people. It's not about them marrying other races or foreigners. It's about them marrying people who believe, who don't share their beliefs, who are not following God, because then those people might turn them away from God. And it's the turning away from God that God cares about, not so much like that we're mixing races or whatever. But it just made me think of that. I pray that this has blessed you. I know it's so short today. This gives you some time to go back through. If you've taken any notes from the book of Numbers, if you've had any thoughts or questions, this might be a good time for you to go back through and do a little research. If you have a study Bible, going back through to read the study notes for those chapters that I've just read is also a great use of your time. And as always, I want to close by inviting you to join us at the retreat. I'm going to be talking about the retreat every single time. I am so looking forward to being in the same room with you, not just so that we can be in the same room. When I start to think about, why is it a person would invest in this way to be in a retreat and to get connected, it's because you understand the value of personal growth and development, that that the place that God has called you to um, requires that you grow, requires that you stretch, and that stretching will happen at this retreat July 14th through the 17th. So go ahead, go to the church's website, boldfaithchurch.org, and register, reserve your spot today. There are payment plans that are available. You don't want to miss this amazing experience. I cannot wait to meet you there. As always, I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same bad station. Oh, wait. Be sure to like this video. Yeah, I see a lot of views, but I don't see a lot of likes. And I know y'all are coming back. So be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Share this video with, somebody. Help us to share this video by liking the video. Does that make sense? Because when you like the video, you tell YouTube that this is great content, and then YouTube will start to share this content with other people. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and hit that like button. Be sure to come back tomorrow, same time, 7 a.m. Cannot wait to see you in mornings in the Word. Love y'all. Later.